I didn't speak to anyone, let alone her, didn't know who she was. And so I was very confused, and they specifically kept saying, I'm freaking out, am I gonna lose my job at this point? Because you know how interns...
Yeah, I find that we apologize for asking for what we want, but women are, seem perceived as being demanding or difficult.
Was there a coordinated smear campaign to bring down Blake Lively?
100% no.
For me, a key part of my faith is figuring out what your individual contribution.
Hi, this is Veli. Welcome back to my channel. Blake Lively's public image is facing serious scrutiny as startling claims about her alleged behavior surface. Former assistants, co-stars, and industry insiders are stepping forward to share accounts that paint a starkly different picture of the actress, challenging her polished Hollywood persona. From accusations of mistreating interns to rumored conflicts with colleagues, cracks in her seemingly impeccable reputation are beginning to show. To the controversy is her ongoing legal battle with actor Justin Baldoni, whom she has accused of harassment and defamation. However, instead of garnering widespread public support, the lawsuit appears to have had the opposite effect, leading fans and media to take a closer look at her past. As more individuals come forward with their experiences, a troubling narrative emerges, raising questions about whether Lively is truly the beloved Hollywood figure she presents herself to be. Is this a case of an unfair smear campaign, or is there merit to these claims? The controversies surrounding Blake Lively are sparking debate among fans and critics alike, forcing many to reconsider whether she's a victim of the industry's relentless scrutiny or the orchestrator of her own downfall. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into the allegations, the fallout, and the potential consequences for one of Hollywood's most well-known faces. The first signs of trouble in Blake Lively's carefully crafted image emerged when a former assistant came forward with shocking accusations.
Okay, I'm extremely weirded out. I actually cried on the train home. I used to take the train back to Long Island. I was mortified. Again, not only did I not treat her unprofessionally, but nobody to my experience that I saw spoke to her. And I'm like, her? I didn't speak to anyone, let alone her, didn't know who she was. And so I was very confused, and they specifically kept saying, I'm freaking out, am I gonna lose my job at this point? Because you know how interns, the gravity of it hits me as I walk out, and I just start crying because I'm like, oh my god,
Former assistant who worked with Blake Lively early in her career has shared a deeply personal account of feeling humiliated and mistreated on the set of The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. At the time, Blake had yet to reach the Hollywood superstardom she enjoys today, but her alleged behavior reportedly reflected a sense of entitlement that caught her colleague off guard. According to the assistant, Blake criticized her for acting like a man and reprimanded her for simply carrying out her duties. The accusations appeared unwarranted, leaving the assistant feeling shocked and embarrassed by the encounter. I was mortified, she recalled, admitting that the incident left her in tears. The situation escalated to the point where she feared for her job, believing Blake's actions stemmed from an inflated sense of self-importance. This account raises concerns about a young actress who, at the time, may have leveraged her position to belittle those she viewed as subordinate.
I knew that they just wanted me to show up and look cute and stand on a little pink sticker where I'm supposed to go and say what I'm supposed to say, but I also knew that that wasn't fulfilling for me, that I wanted to be a part of the storytelling, that I wanted to be a part of the narrative. Sometimes I would have people who really resented that because they were like, we just hired you to be an actor. Yet when I went in the meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to feel fulfilled. So I think that for them, sometimes that might have felt like a rug pull because you're trying to assert yourself into something that we didn't hire you to do. And so it was a really strange position to be in.
And while some initially dismissed these reports as isolated incidents, they opened the door for others to share their own experiences of alleged mistreatment by Blake Lively. Claims of her challenging behavior didn't stop with her former assistant. Multiple accounts from those who worked with her in the early stages of her career suggest a pattern of arrogance and disregard for colleagues. One particularly notable incident occurred during the filming of The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, where Blake reportedly created tension among the cast and crew. Despite being relatively unknown at the time, she allegedly carried herself as if she were already a major Hollywood star. Co-stars and crew members observed her tendency to dominate conversations and shift attention toward herself, sometimes overshadowing others. During a press event for the film, Blake reportedly steered discussions toward her own future projects rather than the ensemble cast's work. This behavior allegedly frustrated her co-stars, particularly America Ferrera, whose visible discomfort during interviews did not go unnoticed. The reported tension extended beyond colleagues. Some interviewers recalled encounters with Blake that felt dismissive or condescending. One journalist described a particularly awkward exchange where Blake brushed off a compliment with sarcasm, leaving an uncomfortable atmosphere. As these accounts gained traction, a picture emerged of an actress whose ambition and assertiveness may have alienated those around her. While Blake has largely maintained a polished public persona, these reports suggest a contrast between her on-screen charm and her off-screen interactions. Blake's approach to media interactions has also been a subject of criticism. A widely discussed moment took place during the promotional tour for Cafe Society when a reporter congratulated her on her pregnancy. Instead of responding with gratitude, Blake allegedly redirected the conversation with a remark about the reporter's appearance that some found unprofessional. Later in the same interview, she was asked about working with Woody Allen, a filmmaker, surrounded by controversy due to long-standing allegations. Instead of addressing the topic directly, Blake reportedly sidestepped the question with vague praise for his directing style. The response drew backlash, with critics calling out what they saw as hypocrisy. While she had previously voiced support for the Me Too movement, her continued defense of Allen's work led some to question the sincerity of her advocacy. These moments, coupled with her reportedly dismissive attitude in interviews, have contributed to growing skepticism. Some interpret her responses as an attempt to control narratives in a way that distances her from scrutiny. Over time, this has fueled the perception that Blake struggles with authenticity, an issue that continues to resurface and cast a shadow over her carefully curated image. Rumors of infidelity have also followed Blake throughout her career, particularly regarding the timeline of her relationship with Ryan Reynolds. Speculation suggests that their romance began while Ryan was still married to Scarlett Johansson. Though neither party has addressed these claims directly, the speculation has led to criticism from some fans, who argue that Blake crossed personal and professional boundaries. While Blake has actively cultivated an image as a devoted wife and mother, these ongoing rumors have left a lasting impression on her public reputation. Critics point out the contrast between her seemingly perfect personal life and the controversies surrounding her past. Additionally, her vocal support for women's empowerment movements has at times clashed with her professional choices, especially her continued praise of Woody Allen. During the height of the Me Too movement, Blake condemned predatory behavior in Hollywood, yet she faced backlash for not distancing herself from Allen's work. This contradiction has fueled skepticism, with some questioning whether her advocacy is rooted in genuine belief or carefully managed optics. As these critiques grow louder, her perceived inconsistency remains a focal point in discussions about her career and public image.
Was there a coordinated smear campaign to bring down Blake Lively?
100% no.
Blake's relationships with co-stars have also been the subject of speculation. Reports suggest that she has had tense dynamics with multiple colleagues, including Leighton Meester during their time on Gossip Girl. While their on-screen friendship captivated audiences, insiders claim that off-camera, the two largely kept their distance, with cast members reportedly taking sides. Tensions were not limited to Meester. Actress Anna Kendrick has subtly hinted at friction with Blake during interviews, with some interpreting their body language during promotional events as noticeably awkward. America Ferrera, Blake's co-star in The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, also appeared visibly uncomfortable during press interactions, where Blake allegedly redirected conversations to focus on herself. Even Armie Hammer, who played her love interest in Gossip Girl, reportedly found working with her challenging. When asked about his experience, he avoided direct criticism, but his reluctance to comment was perceived by some as telling. These anecdotes suggest a recurring theme. Blake's professional relationships have at times been marked by difficulty, adding to the broader narrative of her off-screen persona clashing with her public image. As more allegations surface, fans are beginning to question whether Blake's well-crafted persona as a relatable, charming star aligns with the accounts, shared by colleagues, assistants, and media professionals. One of the most glaring instances of perceived hypocrisy remains her advocacy for women's rights, juxtaposed with her professional decisions. During the Not Me Too movement, she publicly condemned figures like Harvey Weinstein while continuing to praise Woody Allen's work. This contradiction drew sharp criticism, including from Dylan Farrow, Allen's adopted daughter, who accused Blake of hypocrisy for supporting survivors in one instance while defending Allen in another. Blake's interview conduct has also raised eyebrows, with some pointing to her response to journalist Kathy Flaw as an example. When Flaw made a lighthearted comment about Blake's pregnancy, her response was described as snarky and unnecessary. For many, moments like this highlight a disconnect between the warm persona she presents publicly and the attitude perceived in her real-life interactions. Additionally, persistent rumors of an affair with Ryan Reynolds while he was still married to Scarlett Johansson continue to fuel speculation. Though Blake and Ryan have cultivated a beloved public image as a couple, these whispers challenge the narrative of their seemingly perfect relationship. As more stories emerge about Blake's behavior, her reputation faces increased scrutiny. Fans and critics alike are reevaluating whether her public image is a carefully crafted illusion, or if the allegations have been exaggerated by those with personal grievances. In an industry where public perception can shift rapidly, Blake's next steps will be crucial. Addressing the allegations directly or demonstrating a commitment to personal growth could help reshape her image. However, continuing to ignore the criticism may risk further alienation from both fans and industry peers. With controversy surrounding her career continuing to build, one thing is clear: Blake Lively's public image is at a turning point. Allegations of mistreatment, professional conflicts, and personal contradictions have sparked a larger conversation about the gap between celebrity personas and behind-the-scenes realities. The question remains: will Blake take control of the narrative and address the claims head-on, or will speculation continue to grow? Transparency and accountability could provide a path forward, allowing her to rebuild trust with audiences. On the other hand, avoiding the discussion may further damage her credibility. For fans and industry insiders alike, this situation serves as a reminder of the complexities of fame. Beyond the red carpets and curated social media posts lies a world of power dynamics, egos, and personal struggles. The coming months will be critical in determining Blake Lively's future in Hollywood. Will she reclaim her narrative, or will these revelations define her legacy? Hollywood loves a comeback story, but only if it comes with genuine change. What do you think? Can Blake Lively recover from this, or is her reputation beyond repair? Let us know in the comments below.